Hello friends! Today I wanted to share my Voyager ink set that Colorverse released for the 40th anniversary of Voyager 1. I've got a little paint palette and a paintbrush and some water off to the side because I thought I would try my ink swatches in the Man-to-Be vein of swatching, where I paint it on because I really like how those look. So I want to try it. Got my Tomoe River ink journal that I just kind of use to play around with inks. The Voyager program is an ongoing mission of two robotic interstellar probes, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, and they were launched in 1977 on August 20th. So obviously this ink set came out, oh gosh, 4 years ago now. And I got it sometime early last year. And as of 2021, the Voyager probes are still in operation. They are past the outer boundary of the heliosphere, which is a bubble-like region of space that's created by and surrounds the sun. And they're in interstellar space now. It's incredible. It's amazing. And they're still going and they're still sending us data back. My first ink here is Jupiter Flyby. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 were both launched in 1977, so they could take advantage of an alignment of Jupiter and Saturn so they could fly by and collect data. And with the flyby of Jupiter, they collected images that showed Jupiter's complex cloud forms, winds, storm systems, and they also discovered volcanic activity on Io, which is one of Jupiter's moons. So this ink goes down kind of this rich wine-toned brown, and then it dries to a different color. So there's really interesting color change that goes on. You can already see it happening here. So it dries and then it kind of goes to this green toned, just super, as I say about everything, super interesting. Oh, I really like how this looks on Tomoe River paper. Look at that. You can see a green sheen. When I had initially used this ink in one of my pens, I was writing on a cream colored paper and I just didn't like it as much. But apparently it just needs the right paper. Next we have Interstellar Space. On August 25th, 2012, Voyager 1 entered interstellar space, so it was the first man-made object ever to do so. And Voyagers 1 and 2 will leave our solar system in approximately 14,000 to 28,000 years. So they're making their way. That is a pretty green. Though I'm not sure why green is interstellar. I would have imagined it to be darker, maybe like a purple black perhaps, but that's okay. I like this green. It's pretty too. That is drying into a very pretty foresty green, kind of. Again, it doesn't really evoke space for me, or interstellar space, but still pretty. Next we have Colorverse Golden Record. I really, really love this color. It is such a rich orange, red rust tone. It is beautiful. Golden Record, there were actually 2 phonographs on each Voyager spacecraft, and sounds and images were chosen to illustrate Earth's diversity of life. And it was a sort of a time capsule 44 years ago. It is meant for any extraterrestrial life out there that may happen upon it one day. And lastly, we have Pale Blue Dot, and this is a color I really, really love. So lastly here is Pale Blue Dot, and the Pale Blue Dot was a photo taken of Earth from approximately 6 billion kilometers away. It was taken by Voyager 1 on February 14th, 1990. So it had been traveling a long time already when it had taken that picture. And there's the famous Carl Sagan quote about the Pale Blue Dot. He wrote a book called Pale Blue Dot in 1994. And oh wow, this is beautiful. And part of the quote is, "To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, the only home we've ever known." And I haven't read that book of his, but I would really, really like to. So I might take a look and see if I can find a copy of it. It's just so beautiful. Can't get over it. All right, here are the ink swatches. First we see Jupiter Flyby has some light green sheen that really shows up on this paper, on the Tomoe River in particular, but also a little bit here on my mixed media paper swatch card. Interstellar Space, which is just a really pretty foresty green. Again, it doesn't scream interstellar space at me, but it's a nice green. No sheen, no shimmer, but it looks like some nice shading. Then this absolute beauty, Golden Record. Ugh, gorgeous. I don't see any sheen, shimmer, what have you, but some absolutely fantastic shading. I really, really like that one. My favorite of the bunch and my favorite blue teal. I am always looking for more beautiful teal colors. And that one really, really does it for me. No sheen, no shimmer. Well, maybe a little bit, slight sheen when you get it on really, really heavy. But when you're just writing, normally doesn't look like there's going to be a sheen. You can see it's still drying where it really pooled up on the paper when it crinkled. Yes, this is my favorite teal, possibly my favorite Colorverse ink, and up there probably in my top inks. The chromatographies aren't completely dry yet, but there's Jupiter Flyby. You can see all the winey red undertones, purple undertones. Then obviously a lot of red in that base. Interstellar Space. Looks like there's some blue maybe in there, a little bit of blue. Here is Golden Record. Bright yellow and red in there. And then lastly, and this one is still quite wet, so I expect this to develop a little bit more where I rested a Q-tip. But just that beautiful, beautiful pale blue dot. I love it. I love it so much. Well, and that, my friends, is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. So I hope to see you next time. Thanks. Bye.